Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to new episode, or not a new, but technically new episode of Earth and Star Wars. I know it's been a while. So I'm probably gonna do like a mass release. So I'm gonna be recording back to back to back to back to back, or and stuff like that. So yeah, that is an idea, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I may continue to try to do the 2 episodes a day thing. Besides, Saturdays and Sundays, those are just my off day and period for like if I do live streaming. That's what those days are, for. So yeah. Well, here we go. Episode 13. The first battle of the Cloned Vanguard. Um, Hold on. This wow, the alarm systems, the sirens, they are wow, I can't speak for some reason. The alarm sirens were the first sign something was wrong. Not the piercing metallic ones used during the natural disasters. They had a deeper tone, a piercing subsonic vibration that rattled every rib cage in the facility. The clones knew that tone. It meant invasion. The target, Echogenesis Site 3. Deep beneath the Utah desert, carved into bedrock and shielded by 3 layers of alloyed blast doors, sat the largest cloning installation on Earth. 30,000 clones in various stages of growth, 2,000 fully matured combat ready. Advanced laser platform, drone swarms, and automated turrets looped overhead. It was supposed to be impenetrable. Impenetrable. Supposed to be. The exiles arrived as shadows, not ships. They simply appeared tearing through real space like sparks flickering off a star. Black armored masked and silenced. Force wielders. Wow. I think I'm getting a cold because it's like a weird itching in my throat. So, wow. At least 12 of them, each one capable of leveling battalions. I wouldn't really say that. Um, why did I write? Oh yeah, from I said this in last episode. From humans' point of views, who's never actually seen them until recently, they're basically like gods. So yeah. The clone commanders awakens. Commander Vanguard 1 call sign Auroralis. Okay. I'm gonna sound it out. I'm gonna spell it. Aurelius. Auroralis. Auroralis? Sprinted down the corridor as red warning light strobe. He wasn't born, he wasn't raised, he was engineered. But he felt something for the first time. Fear, not for himself, but for the thousands of his brothers still in their tanks. His voice boomed through the command channel. All units, Echogenesis is under assault. Form defense lines Gamma and Delta. Protect the incubation vaults at all costs. The exiles strike. The first exile stepped into the entry chamber. A turret targeted him. It fired. It didn't even ignite his blade. It simply waved his hand. The turret crumpled like folded aluminum. The exile shot forward, cloak trailing like smoke, slashing through steel bulkheads effortlessly. Another rippled like internal sensors from their housing with a twist of their fingers. Automated defense lasted like 6 seconds. Then exiles reached the inner facility, the first clone counterstrike. A royalist and the squad of 50 Vanguard soldiers rounded the corner at a running, kneeling, and perfect synchronized motion. The lead exile slowed. This was new. Humans were normally scattered, afraid, chaotic. This moved like a single organism. A royalist raised his arm. Fire. Hundreds of blue-white laser rounds filled the corridor. The exiles reacted instantly, blades igniting and streaks of corrupted color, deflecting, redirecting, spinning, but the clones didn't break. They adapted. Shifted formations advanced. For the first time since arriving in the galaxy, the exiles felt something unfamiliar: resistance. The turning point. The exile lunged forward, blade raised to slice Royalists in half. Royalist didn't dodge. He couldn't. He wasn't fast enough. But Vanguard 19, younger and smaller, leapt in front of him, firing point blank into the exile's chest. The exile staggered, not killed, but wounded. Impossible. The clones weren't Jedi. They weren't Sith. But they were something exiles couldn't understand. Calculating, adaptive, focused. The sum of them just barely felt the force, enough to aim where it hurt. The exiles withdrew. Another wave of clones surged in, hundreds, then thousands. The exiles of all their power were outnumbered. For the first time in centuries, they tasted something bitter, uncertain. Their leader hissed, "Enough. Earth has become more dangerous than expected." A ripple of distortion surrounded them, and one by one they vanished, retreating into some shadow. Aftermath. The battle was quite. Dozens of clones lay dead, more wounded, but the incubation vaults were untouched. Loris looked around at his brothers, bleeding, battered, but standing. For the first time in his engineered life, he felt pride. Not programmed, but not imprinted, earned. The worlds react. Earth leaders were stunned, Jedis were troubled, the alien allies were alarmed, because the exiles hadn't merely attacked. They had tasted, measured, assessed, and retreated. Only because they learned something new. Humanity with its clones could fight back, but they would return stronger, smarter, and angrier. Well, this is the end of episode 13. And I need to figure out something with my voice and stuff like that. Should I use like more, yeah, I don't know if I should like, I'm too broke to hire somebody. So, yeah. I may test out, some other things, like I may delve into AI for, for the vocals, but yeah, well, see you guys next time.